Hello, this is author Kristen Otte here. This is take 2 of my October 2014 book reviews. I just tried to do take 1, and what do you know, my mic wasn't working. That was a bummer. Anyways, here I am, and I want to talk to you about the books I read in October. I read 5 books, and 4 of those 5 books were very, very good, and 6 out of 7-star reviews. So I'm really excited to talk to you about the books this month. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into it. First, I read Balanced on the Blade's Edge by Lindsay Buroker. Lindsay is a well-known indie author. She is the author of the Emperor's Edge series and many more books, and Balanced on the Blade's Edge is the first in a steampunk kind of romance action series, and it was just so much fun to read. I picked up this book, who knows, probably several months ago on a deal, a 99-cent deal, and I finally kind of got some free time to read it, and it was just a blast. I found myself laughing at some moments, kind of not wanting to put the book down because of the pacing at other moments. It was a little steamy at other times, and so it was a lot of fun to read. And if you're just looking for something fun, I would just recommend this series, definitely. I know I'm going to continue the series. The 4th book comes out, I know, pretty soon. I think December 2014 is what she's aiming for. And so I'm hoping to catch up here in the next month or two if I can. So that's Balanced on the Blade's Edge. Like I said, it's like a steampunk action adventure. Lots of fun, by indie author Lindsay Buroker. That was a 6-star. The second book I read is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd book in the Throne of Glass series. I have read the other 2 books, and they were just a blast to read. So much fun. They were centered on the main character, Selena, who is an assassin. We kind of learned some new things about her, but if you haven't read the first 2 in the series, I don't want to spoil anything to you, but just a lot of fun, a lot of action, a lot of adventure, some romance. But this 3rd book kind of shifts gears a little bit, and I think part of that is because it's turning more into like a high fantasy novel from this like light kind of fun fantasy books, the first 2. And so there's a lot of character development, especially in the first half of the book, and some world building and a lot of setup for the last 3 books of the series, because this is going to be a 6-book series. And so I know some people, I think in reviews, were a little disappointed with the slow nature of the first half, but I really liked how she ended the book. In the last half of the book, there was a lot of action and a lot of fun, and I'm really excited as to where the series goes, and there's a lot of potential there to kind of, like I said, shift it to more of this high fantasy big world series, and I didn't exactly see that coming, so I'm excited about that, and I enjoyed it. So if you like fantasy and you haven't read the series yet, I would go ahead and start. It's a great one. The next book I read is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Jandy Nelson is actually a literary agent, but this is her 2nd young adult book. Her first book, The Sky is Everywhere, is one of my all-time favorite young adult books, so I knew I was going to have to read this one pretty quickly. It came out in early September, and it is great. So there's nothing more I can say about it. It's just a lot of fun. And again, this book it follows 2 twins, Jude and Noah, and kind of how they fell apart from being like best friends, and then how they kind of come back together. And it's told between alternating point of views along with alternating like time. So it will shift from like when they were 13 to 16 and back and forth between that. And I really like how she kind of formatted and structured the book. It's really cool, and it's different, and I like that. I know that some people, me included, I felt a little bogged down by the long chapter lengths. I agree with that statement, especially since it's young adult. They were just pretty long. There are section breaks where you can find a good stopping point, but in young adult, you expect short chapters, and that just wasn't the case here. So that would, I say, be a negative if I had to point one out. There's also some quirky language. I didn't mind it. I think it's fun, but some other people might be turned off by it. But overall, the story is just awesome. There's, like I said, a hint of mystery to it, and some romance, and just some teenage issues, and I just really enjoyed it. She's just a great author. It was a very literary book for a young adult book, and so I wonder how many teens will actually read it and enjoy it. I might be completely off base there, but again, great book. I'll give you the Sun. If you don't know anything about it, I encourage you to check some reviews. You can read my review up on my website, or head over to Amazon or Goodreads. It's a great book to read, even if you're an adult. So that is the third book I read. The fourth book I read is Unstrung. Unstrung is the newest, or the first in a series by Kendra C. Hiley. Kendra she's alive still, is the author of the Matt Archer series, which is a great young adult series that I really loved, and so I was excited to see she has something new out, and I was actually fortunate enough to receive a review copy, and so I got it really early, and I actually blew through it. I probably read it a little too fast, just because I wanted to get it done and get a review out there by around her release day, just to help her out. I just believe in helping other authors out. Anyways, the story is a lot of fun. It's a dystopian story where there's some artificial humans in the world, and they're created to work and do jobs, and there's this tension between what the artificial humans, which are called bolts, and the people. And Lexa, the main character, is this thief, and she steals plans, which has more implications than she realizes. And so it's a great novel. It's a lot of fun. At the end, I was like, I don't know about this. But then I received a copy of the prequel to this series, and that one got me hooked. And I just think this series is going to keep evolving and becoming better and better. If you read the Matt Archer series, or if you haven't, they just got better and better as they go. Kind of like if you think of Harry Potter. So as it kind of starts as a middle grade story, but it evolves, all the way to book 7 with this dark young adult story. So I feel like Kendra Hiley kind of does her stories in that vein. So they kind of start younger, and they evolve into something more and more. So it's like a easy introduction. But anyways, great book. If you like dystopian, which I know is a huge thing right now, I feel like that's going to be fading soon, just because there's been so much of it lately. But who knows? Go ahead and pick it up. It's good. It's on sale for 99 cents in the Kindle store right now. I think till November 10th or something like that. So worth it. Get it early. So, and the final book I read was another review book. It is called The Girl in Between, and it's about a girl named Bryn who suffers from a condition called KLS, which basically makes her fall asleep for like weeks at a time, randomly. And during this time, she kind of meets somebody in her dreams and realizes that this person exists in real life. And so when she's awake, she's trying to find this boy and figure out who he is and why he's in her dream. And this book ends on quite a bit of a cliffhanger, which I don't mind cliffhangers, but I was hoping for a little bit more resolution. Yeah, so the story is really intriguing. I did find there was quite a bit of exposition and details, and I'm not a reader that necessarily cares as much about that. So I like the story, I like action, I like moving from one place to the next. So I give that book a 5 out of 7 stars. Like I said, if what I've described interests you, maybe go ahead and check it out. So those are the books I read for this month. And not sure what's on the table for next month. Oh, I thought this might happen. So this is Peach. If you don't know Peach, she's my Boston Terrier, and she's very needy, especially right now, because I don't believe I'm turning on the heat until like the last minute. And so it's a little chilly right now, and she likes to be around me when she's cold. So anyways, Peach says hello. And I hope you guys have a great November and had a great Halloween. And I don't know what else to say because my dog's licking my face. Anyways, have a great week and read some more books. Yeah, there we go. Bye.